Yo, what is up, gamers? Welcome to Tricky Jim. Thank you so much for tuning in on this lovely Wednesday morning in Akron, Ohio. Gonna yap about some Pokemon cards today. Do some yapping. I don't feel like opening TCG Live today. I just don't. So I'm gonna do some talking. We're gonna talk about cards. We're gonna talk about Pokemon cards. Cause some days the client is just not speaking to me. Today is one of those days. And additionally, I have a video that I'm working on. And I want to start thinking about my next video too. I want to start thinking about a couple of Pokemon TCG videos. So I have two concepts for yapping today. Two different branches, two different ways that we could take this, and we could maneuver this ship. We could either, I have two different videos that I'm thinking about making, and they're yap based videos. So you'd have to, that this is where I would do that. Either I could. Why is this not working? Oh, I see. Either we could do a perfect order set review. I was thinking about doing that. Or we could do both my ideas. I was thinking about making a list of the 30 cards I would want reprinted in our 30th anniversary celebration set. Do we think, is that going to be a thing? Do you think that, I feel like I need to brighten the camera just a touch, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to brighten the lighting just a little bit. But let me know in the chat. Do you think that we're going to get a celebration style reprint this year? For the 25th anniversary, we got 25 reprints. Is that going to be a thing? Do you think, are we going to get some amount of reprints? Venom is saying yes. Are you saying yes to that we're going to get some reprints in there's going to be a 30th anniversary celebration style set with classic reprints? Printers are spoiling as we speak. Really? Venom, do you got links to that? You got links? See more in the coming weeks. All right, sweet. Well, I was thinking that I would like to get a video out on my wish list for the reprints, because it's kind of a fun nostalgia, kind of video where you can talk about cards that you would want reprinted and why, and then obviously you'd have to put that video out before the the reprints get announced. So let's I think that'd be a good idea. And then also we could do a perfect order set review, though. Set reviews, I don't know, everybody does them. They don't really do well on YouTube anymore, so this one's far enough ahead of perfect order that it might do better, but honestly, not super feeling like I have to do set reviews anymore, but maybe I should. I don't know. There, we'll yeah, that lighting looks a little better. That's good. That's good. New celebrations will have a 30-card main set with an extra subset hits as well as specialty product. Joe, dang, Venom, how you got all these? You got the leaks. That's crazy. Fire Red Leaf Green supposedly is eShop purchases instead of Nintendo Switch Online games. Yo, Fire Red Leaf Green, yo. Yo, what's up? Joshua Benson with the Prime sub, 38 months. Appreciate you, and thank you, Incroyable, as well. I know. Well, just off base speculation. That's what I was thinking. Just let's just get some. Too many people, including card designer. That's crazy. Venom. Okay, Venom knows people. Venom knows people. Venom be knowing. That's cool. All right. Well, let's hop over to this view here. Why did they have to like target my niche within a niche interest combined with my other interest? Why did they do that to me? Like, listen, Pokemon trading card game skateboards, when they listed these Santa Cruz Pokemon skateboards, I felt nothing. Okay, I felt nothing. I didn't need it. They had already done Pokemon skateboards. I just don't care, right? Like, I literally felt nothing. Didn't get one of these. Didn't feel FOMO. None of that. Okay. None of that. However, as someone who loves skateboarding and Pokemon cards, this is a little too on the nose. This is too on the nose for me. It's like, dang, bro, you're really coming for would you just stop coming for my wallet directly? Like, please stop coming for my wallet directly. Please leave me alone. Thank you. Mr. Sticks for the Prime sub, the 35 months. Appreciate it. Yes, please leave my wallet alone. Like, I don't need this, bro. I would like to get one. That would be nice. Yeah. Am I a deadhead? No. Yeah. I would like to get one of these skateboards. I have like a new corner of my studio. I'm no longer using the skateboards as the backdrop of my studio. I sold off all the old boards that I had previously. All the Bear Walker boards that I used to have as my backdrop, I sold those all off. I've got a nice, custom graffiti backdrop now. But I do have like a nice little kind of nook over in the corner of my studio that like one of these would look very nice in. But I have to admit, I already have like, oh yeah, I'm on the wrong camera. I already have, yeah, one of these would look very nice in like the nook of my studio over there. But I already have these boards over here. Yeah, I already have these. Like the Shibuya Pokemon skateboards. Yeah. They're like, Pikachu, graffiti. There's like a Charizard, a Mewtwo. Yeah, like I already got these. So, yeah, and there's like 3 or 4 of them. I think there's 4 of them. So, like, I just don't need more Pokemon skateboards in my life. It's just kind of what it is. There was definitely, like, a point where I just, like, had too many, which is why I sold off all my Bear Walker ones, because I was like, this one's dope for sure. It's just like, just have a lot of Pokemon skateboards. Yo, what's up, Gwen? Thank you for that Prime sub. Shout out to all the Primers out there. Shout out to all the subs out there. Shout out to all the Patreon subs out there. All right. Shout out Cy Bunny Sarah. Just switched over to Patreon. That's what's up. Appreciate you. Shout out to all the Discord subs out there. Boosting the Discord server. That's what's up. Appreciate you. But yeah, at a certain point, yes, I feel like I've already got too many Pokemon skateboards. There is a Patreon. Oh, yeah, there's a Patreon, but I don't like... Since when do I have a Patreon? I have had a Patreon since day one. No, it's not new. It's actually so old. I think there are like 10 subs on Patreon or something like that. It used to be like one of my bigger things. But then I kind of moved over to Twitch subs. And was like, if you basically gave people the option, like if you want to support through Patreon, you're welcome to do that. But like I started kind of moving that support over to Twitch a long time ago. Do a kickflip? I could do a kickflip. You guys want to? It's like the perfect day to do a kickflip, really. But I'm out of kickflipping shape. Is the thing. I'm out of shape. I'm out of shape right now. I am in like hibernation winter mode. It's horrible, really. It's horrible. Haven't had one in a while. That's not true. I did one at least about a month ago. Let's bet on this. All right, fine. Prediction. Can I land 3 out of 5 kickflips? Yes or no? I have been on my Balatro grind lately. Yeah. I've been back on Balatro. I don't know. It was calling me. it was calling me. So I'm back on my Balatro stuff. I don't know. That game is so sick. I played it a lot. About, I don't know, about 2 years ago, I guess, year and a half ago. But yeah, I'm back on my Balatro grind. Yeah, that game's dope. I got a new high score. I finally was able to like, and I have never like looked up strategies or like watched other people play Balatro. It's my game where I just mess around with it myself, right? Like I don't try to like look up good combos or anything like that. Because like the act of exploration within the game is like the fun part of it to me. So, you know, I haven't played it like that much, but I did finally like this past, I think yesterday, I finally got to like a point where I was like, you know, playing hands that were earning like 100 million points. And I was like, dude, this is so sick. Oh, you know, I was like, I was earning like 100 million points a hand. But then I got to a point where like the bind needed me to score 1 billion points. And I was like, wait, this is too, like, I'm not at 1 billion yet. Like I could probably get to 1 billion, but like I wasn't quite in the spot to be able to like get to 1 billion quite yet. But I was like, my build could have gotten to billions, like for sure. But I wasn't at the billions yet. I was in the millions. I had Matador bootstraps. Yeah. Bull. I had those guys. But then I also had the guy that the legendary Joker that increases its multiplication. I had like some combination of Matador and bootstraps, I think. But then I had the guy that like increases the multiplication for every like 20 something cards you discard. So I was like discarding lots of cards, and then but then I also had the Joker that like copies the guy to your right. So like I had the multiplication Joker up to like times 10, and then I also had the guy that copies the guy to the right. So I was like multiplying my I was like multiplying by 20, which was like crazy. I was like, all right, yeah, like this thing is crazy, dude. Yeah, Yorick with the blueprint. Yeah, I had Yorick with the blueprint. Yeah. I was popping off with that for sure. That was a lot of fun. But anyway, so like that was fun. But it was like the act of exploration has been fun to me in that game. Like I don't really care if I lose all the time. The puzzle solving is like the fun part. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm back on my Balatro stuff. Anyways, let's do some kickflips. I guess this is fine. I probably have some shoes over here that I can, you know, I'm probably not going to land 3 out of 5 kickflips. I'm very, very, very like out of shape, guys. I'm very out of shape. Yeah, very out of shape. So right, that'll probably work, right? Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. You guys could see that. Okay, let's go. Not on the carpet anymore? Yeah, things are much more difficult. I'm not on the freaking carpet anymore. I know. I gotta actually do them like moving or whatever. Oh my God. Oh, Lord have mercy. God. Why am I doing this? No way. Ain't no way. Ah! Okay. This is bad. Hold on. Okay. All right. It's really embarrassing. We're 0 for 5, but we're gonna re-roll it. Okay. Next 5. Next 5. Next 5. Oh yeah, we did not get those 5. Next 5 though. No warm up. Yeah, dude. Haven't done these in about a month, so it's bad. All right, we're gonna go next 3 out of 5. We totally have it for sure. We totally got these. Yeah, for sure. I gotta do some warm up though. The warm up is having the opposite effect. I'm getting more tired. It's not good. I'm getting more tired. See, I'm not in a position to be warming up either. It actually was in a better position when I was not warmed up. At this point, I'll take one good one, honestly. One, if I get one good one, that'd be good. Woo! You know, it's these shoes. It's these shoes for sure. It's the shoes. It's the shoes. It's the shoes. See, these shoes. These shoes are horrible. Horrible. Oh, it's the shoes. It was the shoes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So it didn't hit those. All right. That's fine. I got like one sloppy kickflip in there, but I can do better for sure. I could do better. All right. You know, kickflips suck. All right, let's do a prediction. Can I land a 360 flip? 3 tries. All right. Can I land a 360 flip at 3 tries? All right, we're gonna walk this back just a little bit while I put my new shoes on. New shoes. Well, not only am I out of shape, I'm also like no longer on the carpet. Oh my God. My knees, my quads, everything is so sore right now, dude. I'm so freaking old, man. I'm so freaking old and out of shape. Not to mention, it's been 0 degrees. It's been 0 degrees and snowing for the last month. It's not like I can go outside, bro. You know, it's like... All right, easy 360 flip right here. God! Still got it, bruh! He still got it! Alright. See, the kickflips. The kickflips are hard, bro. Kickflips are hard. Alright. I told you it was the shoes. I freaking told you, bro. I freaking told you it was the shoes. Nobody believed me. All right, can I land? We're going to say 2 out of 5 kickflips. Yeah. There we go. I told you, dude. I don't know. I love my I love my Nikes, but like I don't know. I don't have my flick down with them. I don't know. They're just like not. Doesn't feel right. So, anyways, here we go. 2 out of 5 kickflips. Should be easy. Alright, that sucks. flips are hard, man. What the heck? All right, I'm done. Oh, God. All right. All right. I take solace in the fact that I had one really nice 360 flip in there. There was one. Yeah, there was one. I'll take that one nice 3 flip. In the middle of February, it was clean. It was one of the best you've ever seen on this channel, that's for sure. It was moving. It was bolts. I'm just saying, all that huffing and puffing and the failed kick flips, it was worth it for the one good 360 flip for sure. So, oh, God. So freaking out of shape, dude. Being a dad is hard, man. Thank you, Mr. Incredible, for that sub. 46 months. It's worth it for the 360 flip. Worth it. All right. Golly. Well, now I need to get some freaking water, all right? Wow, I'm freaking out of shape. All right, I'll be right back. I need to get some water now. I'm cooked. All right, let me get some water. I'll be right back. Now that is some high quality H2O right there. All right, now that we're done with our side quest, I need a slappy curve. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man! And the thing, like, my friends and I were thinking about training for a marathon this year, I'm not in marathon shape right now. But I did do a half marathon in the fall. You know, I've never run a marathon before, even though in my past life I was a competitive runner. In my past life I was a skateboarder too, but never run a marathon before. It's just so much work. So much work. Yo, all right, Morris got me with the 3 flip. Yo, let's see. The 3 flip clip. Yeah, thank you. No need to clip anything else that we saw there. No need to clip anything else. This is all we need right here. Wait. Where's the 360 flip? No. Where's the 360? Where's the, it's got to be right here. No, that was my last one. You didn't clip the good one? Where's the good one? No. You didn't clip the good one? You just clipped me being embarrassing? That sucks. That sucks. No, I wanted the good one. No. It's all good. No, I don't need more footage of me being embarrassing. I've got plenty of that. I got plenty of footage of me being embarrassing. Yeah. But yeah, the weather's been just absolutely atrocious. So I'm out of shape in a lot of ways. I'm out of shape running, I'm out of shape skateboarding, I'm out of shape all ways. I haven't even been out walking cuz like can't go out and freaking walk. So I just been hibernating like pretty much since Christmas. Yeah, I haven't gone to the gym. I mean, I quit my gym membership because I was like, this year, I'm not even going to go to the gym, bro. I'm just going to run. That's going to be my gym. Free gym. Outside. It's literally, the gym is free if you just go outside. But little did I know it was going to be the worst January, pretty much, since I've been living in Akron. It's got like the coldest, wintriest January. I did go for a nice little 4-mile run this past weekend, which was nice. I did do that. So I think on like Sunday. So that was cool. I had to get out there for one singleton jog. I did. All right. So today I got a video coming out. I got a video. Yo, you guys got to see this thumbnail. It's freaking sweet. I don't know if I can. Oh yeah, I can airdrop it to myself. That's what I'm gonna do. Sephra really killed it with the thumbnail action. You know, she did an amazing job. I got a video that I'm working on. It's all about Garbodor. Video is going to be titled "My Love Letter to Garbodor." And yeah, this is the thumbnail. Sephra freaking killed it. So yeah, I got my love letter to Garbodor. I'm working on that video. Releasing it in time for Valentine's Day. That's the dream. I got it. It's 4,000 words on Garbodor. 4,000 words, dude. 4,000 words. That's a lot of words. 4,000 words on Garbodor. Yo, thanks, Peter, for that sub. I appreciate it. So yeah, I got that all written up. I'm working on voicing it now, and then like. You know, that's why I got all this. I got a lot of footage downloaded. Make a nice video essay. Yeah, the thing is, I wrote 4,000 words on Garbodor, and I was like, this is as short as it could possibly be. It's 4,000 words on Garbotoxin. Yeah. It's 4,000 words on Garbotoxin. All right. I was thinking that we'll start out with a nice little photoshopping. All right. Okay. If I were to design 30 reprinted cards from the game's history. I don't think that they're actually going to like. I don't think that they're actually going to like go through with it, right? I don't think that they will. Like, not go through with it. I don't think that they'll like do, you know, like 30 reprinted cards for the 30th anniversary, then 35 for the 35th, then 40, right? Because at a certain point, the more reprints you do, the harder it gets to come out with more reprints, you know? Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, I don't think for our 50th anniversary that we're going to get 50 reprinted cards, right? Because at a certain point... So let's look up celebrations. Let's talk about that. Let's, like, just brainstorm... Let's just brainstorm what we want or would think celebrations should be. 30th celebrations, right? Now, we got a look at, like, the first partner illustrations. These are just promos, right? From what I can tell. They seem like they're just promos. First partner collection promo. Like, that doesn't really seem like it's part of the upcoming celebrations. 30 cards in total will be main set for celebrations collection packs we are getting. All right, Venom. So how many reprints do you think would be a good amount of reprints to call? I think 30 reprints is a lot. I don't think we're going to get 30 reprints. Should we say 10? Should we say 5? 10 reprints? What's good? What's a good number for content? I'm thinking like for content, I mean, I guess I could say my top 30 cards I would want reprinted. I could say that. Co 19. Peter says 19. Yeah, that tracks, right? I could just do 30, even though acknowledging we're probably not going to get 30 reprints. I could still just do a video about like the 30 cards that I want in honor of the. Yeah, I think that's fun, right? In honor of the 30th anniversary of the Pokemon franchise, I can make a video about the top 30 cards that I want reprinted in our 30th anniversary celebration set. We got 25 reprints in our 25th anniversary celebration set. I don't think that we're going to get 30 reprints for the 30th anniversary set because the more reprints you do, the harder it gets to like do more good reprints. Does that make sense? Right? So like if we do 30 reprints for the 30th anniversary, then 35 for the 35th anniversary, then, you know, 40 for the 40th anniversary, then 45 for the 45th anniversary. Like that doesn't make any sense, right? I think we got 25 reprints for the 25th anniversary because it was like they were starting it, right? 5 to 10 new ones and 25 to 40. Yo, Venom seems dialed in. Yeah, I think that sounds accurate. That sounds probably. So I'll say as much in my video. Like I think that, but I think for my video I'll still do the top 30 cards that I want reprinted. Because it's fun, right? Yeah, you went through the top 25 the first time. Now you're gonna do 26 to 55. No, that's what I'm saying, right? So let's see. Let's look at these, right? Because if we look at these cards are like numbered, right? No, they have the original. Yeah. They don't have like a. They're just reprinted, right? They don't have like a celebrations. They literally have like the original set number and everything on them. So. Cool. And this original celebration set, okay, had 25 main cards, but those were not reprints. But then there were also 25 reprint cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, there's 25 reprints, right? So they had 25 new cards and 25 reprints for the 25th anniversary. Okay. I don't think that they'll do 30 reprints. I'm thinking we'll probably get 5 to 10 reprints. I think sounds like a lot more feasible. And I think that, you know, as the years go on, it seems to me like the Pokemon Company will kind of just keep adding to this collection of reprints, right? Keep adding to. Oh, another thing that I could say is like, okay, not only can I speculate about the kinds of cards. Yo, script leak. Yo, script, not my script, bro. I fear that my my workflow has devolved over the years. When I was in college, I don't know if it's evolved or devolved. When I was in college, I wrote 100% of all of my essays in text edit on my Mac. I just text edit. Like, yeah. Every college essay, every assignment that I ever did, I wrote in text edit. But now I just use the Notes app. Now I don't even use text edit anymore. I just use the Notes app. Is what I do now usually. That's everything I write. Is like all my scripts, everything. It's all in the freaking Notes app. All right, another thing. There was the promos, right? The Celebrations promos. How many of those did they do? Dude, I'm telling you we're getting I know, Venom, you're a huge Beach fan. I'm telling you we're getting a Beach reprint. That's my number one prediction. If I could put money on it, I would. Scarlet and Violet promos? No, they would have been Sword and Shield promos. Okay. Francis, we can arrange that. You can bet on anything these days. Wasn't there like... Here they are. Yes. So, all right. For the 25th anniversary, they did a new Prime card. They did a new Lance's Charizard V. They did Dark Sylveon V. They did a Zacian Level X. They did a Greninja Gold Star. They did a Delta Species Mimikyu. And they did a Light Toxtricity and a Hydreigon C. Okay, so they kind of did those as well, right? I think that they should do a break. That's another one of my... All right, so... I'll do, for the sake of the video... How many gimmick cards did they do? They did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like 8 gimmick cards. That's just like a very random number. All right, I'll include 5 gimmick cards that I think that they should do. Yeah, 5 new gimmick cards, including 1 gold star. And then, let's say, like, honestly, Let's just do a top 10 cards that I want reprinted. Top 10? That's nice. I don't need to do 30. Let's just do top 10. Top 10 cards and include what Pokemon gets the gimmick. Of course, of course. Of course. Top 10 cards that deserve a reprint in the 30th celebration. That's what the video is going to be. Top 10 cards that deserve a celebrations reprint. And 5 new gimmick cards spelled out. All right, beast. That's what we're going to do. That's a beastly video right there. That's a beastly video for sure. Okay, the width of this canvas needs to be more. We're gonna, make it big. I'm doing this video in Photoshop. We're gonna create just like a really big document. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be sweet. Welcome to my Photoshop. Not Gmail. You guys don't get to see that. 30th anniversary Pokemon logo. Yeah, bang, bang. That's too small. Surely there's a big one right here. No, there's a big one right here. Nope. Big one right here. That's not big. I can do this. All right, here we go. Tools. Size. Large. Okay, that'll work. Copy image. Okay. Hiya! Beast. There you go. Dang, that's looking... That's looking nice. Right there. That's looking real nice. All right. Feel free. You can shout suggestions in the chat. It just doesn't mean that I'm going to listen to you, but you can shout out suggestions. All right. First up, Tropical Beach. Tropical Beach, my beloved, is absolutely my #1 card that I want reprinted from our 30th anniversary set. It's got 2 different artworks. It was a Worlds promo for the 2011 World Championships and the 2012 World Championships. It's an amazing stadium card. Allows you to end your turn while filling your hand to 7 cards. And famously, when Tropical Beach first debuted in 2011, you were allowed to play promos as soon as they were printed. There was no window that you had to wait in order for... Man. There was no window that you had to wait in order for a card to become legal, which meant that as soon as Tropical Beach was given out in the competitor packets to the 2011 World Championship competitors, it was legal for play. And Ross Cawthon showed up with this absolutely brilliant rogue deck that nobody had ever thought of yet. And he read the Worlds promo, Tropical Beach, and was like, dang, you know what? That card is really good. I should play this in my crazy control deck, the Truth. And he did. And he ended up getting 2nd place at the 2011 World Championships with Tropical Beach in his deck. I started playing the game in 2012, and Blastoise with Keldeo EX was one of my favorite decks. Came out with the Boundaries Crossed expansion. And that deck was best played with multiple copies of Tropical Beach. And I remember having to buy 3 copies of Tropical Beach to play that deck. And while the deck was standard legal, I mean, this is literally in like 2013. While the deck was standard legal, I shelled out $550 for 3 copies of Tropical Beach. Back in like 2013. It was insane. So I like sold a bunch of stuff, saved up, every penny I had, and shelled out $550 for 3 Tropical Beach. And then that's the only deck I played for like 2 years was Blastoise. I played Blastoise because I had invested so much into these freaking Tropical Beaches. And then when I didn't want to play Blastoise anymore, I just switched to Raybor because Raybor also used Tropical Beach. So I felt like I was invested into these beaches and I had to play them. Then when those decks rotated out of relevancy, I sold off my Tropical Beaches, which I am still sad about because now these days, Tropical Beach is a very expensive card. If you want like a non-World Championship one, you can find World Championship beaches for about $20 if you want to play them in retro decks, or if you want to play them in retro decks, or if you want to play them in Gym Leader Challenge decks. But if you want like an authentic Tropical Beach from 2011, 2012, it's going to cost you hundreds of dollars. So really tough card to find, and the card is relevant in Gym Leader Challenge format, so players usually will just buy these World Championship versions to play in their decks. It's a card that I've been wanting to see a reprint for a very long time. It's one of those cards, like if it ever had become relevant in expanded format, it was just going to be extremely expensive. Yeah, so I want this card to be reprinted like nobody's business. The big question is, which artwork are you a fan of? Which artwork gets the Tropical Beach reprint? There are really 3 options, right? You could see a reprint of this one with the Unova monkeys, my preferred Tropical Beach. I know you might think that this one would be my preferred Tropical Beach. It does have Snivy with a skateboard. That's very cool. It's got Tepig. It's got Oshawott. But honestly, the Unova monkeys are just so goated that I got to vote Unova monkeys 2012 Tropical Beach. Or they could give us a new artwork for Tropical Beach. And that is like another theory of something that they could do. Like, it wouldn't be a Tropical Beach reprint. It would be a new printing of Tropical Beach, which would kind of be even more epic. So my hope is that Tropical Beach just gets reprinted in some form or fashion. I think that maybe to make things less confusing for players as far as legality goes, they probably would have to rehash the old artwork of Tropical Beach. In which case, I hope they do the monkeys. So, Tropical Beach, let's get it reprinted. Been asking for it for a long time. It's never been a better time to reprint Tropical Beach. Full art beach? That'd be kind of sick. POW hand extension. POW, that could be a good card to reprint. Don't hate that. I'm thinking, Let's see. Is Dark Pokemon or Team Rocket's Pokemon? They already did Team Rocket's Zapdos in the last one. The odds of me getting another Team Rocket's Pokemon are pretty low. But they also did... They didn't reprint a Plasma. Is there like a cool Plasma Pokemon that would be worth reprinting? Probably not. Let's look at the old... Let's look at the old Celebration set again. See what they've already done. Gold Star Zygarde. The prime should be Magnezone or Yanmega. Crystal Zard reprint. Dedenne GX would be a cool reprint. I'm gonna flesh out my list first. Yeah, so that way I can kind of conceptualize what 10 would look like, right? And then we can vote people off the island. I think that's nice. Let's do it that way. This is our island, by the way, in case you didn't get that. All right, we get 10 reprints on our reprint island. Ten reprints on our reprint island. They could reprint Lapras. Lapras was kind of cool. Support Nav. It's an interesting card. Probably won't make the list, but like, you know, he's cool. Reprint Shaman EX. Oh, chat is covering it. Yeah, all right, I'll fix that. Let's do chat. You're going to live over here for now. It's a really good spot for chat to live, if I do say so. All right, there we go. Other options. Shaman EX. Shaman EX kind of beast. I feel like it's Dedenne or Shaman. Plasma Deoxys. I do think, yeah, plasma cards. There's got to be something in the plasma set worth doing, right? Something that they could do. They didn't do this before, though. Like, they could be reprinting. Well, they did do. Okay, they reprinted the nice art rare Reshiram and Zekrom. So it's not totally unfounded, but they should reprint more nice art rares, right? Like, instead of just reprinting the base artwork of everything, like they should reprint an epic art, like a full art or something. Yo, thank you, Peter, for that sub in the 61 months. Appreciate it. Congrats on getting accepted into the professor program. Reprint Mew VMAX. I was thinking about that. Yeah. Dev on YouTube. I don't know what you're talking about. What are you? What, of course, I wouldn't do that. That sounds mean. Why would anyone do that? A shining Pokemon card? I do agree. Yeah, shining Pokemon. That seems nice. Let's look up the coolest. Okay, is not Radiant. Crystal. Ooh. Shining. Ooh. Rockets. Ooh. Holland. Team Aquas, Team Magmas. All right, you pretty much have all of your is tag team. Delta species. Oh yeah, take Holland out of there. Pretty much have all your coolest stuff to reprint right here. Dual type. One of them's going to be a gold star, right? So if we're going to get a gold star, yeah, no Rayquaza, no Espion, no Espeon, no Espeon gold star reprint. No. Yep. I think if they reprint a tag team Pokemon, I think that they should reprint like a nice artwork. Like an art rare tag team, not just like the base rarity tag team. Like get us like a reprint of this sucker right here, you know? Slap the 30th anniversary logo on it, call it a day. Magikarp EX. Okay, I could see it. This card being hundreds of dollars is crazy. That is crazy, dude. I do love the Bird Trio artwork. I do. Raichu and Alolan Raichu is really good. Yeah, what's up, M? Thanks for that raid. Appreciate it. Slowpoke and Psyduck Tag Team GX. Greninja and Zoroark. The card literally does not exist. That could be one. Greninja. Listen. They freaking love Greninja. Okay? People love Greninja. People love Zoroark. Greninja is apparently like the world's most popular Pokemon, which is just craziness to me. You could also get Reshizard. Reshizard is one of the artworks that, like, okay, I actually don't even... I prefer this artwork of Reshizard to, like, all the other artworks of Reshizard. Maybe you guys think I'm crazy for that, but I think that this... I think this Reshizard is extremely ugly. I'm going to go ahead and hit you guys with a truth nuke right here. This card's very ugly. It's not a good card. Not a well-drawn card, okay? Couple of things. Charizard, butt shot, okay? Charizard, literally a butt shot. Reshiram, why has he got such a long, straight neck? Like, dude. No, it's just... Yeah, the Reshiram, like, he's got, like, this extremely, like, pointy, erect neck, and then his head is, like, cocked back at the most awkward angle. Yeah, Reshiram is giving Rooster. Charizard is butt shot. Like, bro, it's not a good card. It's not. It is literally, it's horrible. It's just not good, bro. It's not good. It's not epic. It's the kind of artwork where it's like, at first glance, you're like, oh, that's epic. But then the more you look at it, you're like, no, it's not. This is epic. This is incredible. All of Arita's, not a single one of Arita's tag teams misses. Every single one of Arita's tag teams are goated. That's why they had Arita do every single one. I'm going to ruin this artwork for you? Good, because it sucks. Of course you can't unsee it now, because all I did, it's like when someone shows you that something is AI and you're like, oh, yeah, that sucks now. Right. It's like I showed you why this sucks and now you know it sucks. Yeah, not as bad as Espeon GX. Nothing is as bad as Espeon GX. That's for sure. Espeon GX is like when the illustrators used to hide bad stuff in like the Lion King and things like that. When animators used to like hide things, that's the tier of Espeon GX. Espeon GX is like not safe for work, literally. What's wrong with Espeon GX? You can look it up yourself. Yeah, you can look that up yourself for sure. But yeah, Arita's artwork, incredible. This one is apparently also expensive, hundreds of dollars. Like, dude, this was a promo. This was a tin promo. It's crazy. Oh, they should just do this one. Yeah. It should be this one. All right, this is the tag team they should reprint. Yeah, get all these other ones out of here. No, it's that one. Yeah, reprint that card for sure. Make it epic, you know? Just like freaking make it epic. Yeah, just make it epic. Reprint something sick. You know, don't just like reprint base artworks. Like nobody cares, dude. Don't give me a base artwork. If you do give me a base artwork, make it Gengar and Mimikyu, because that one's hundreds of dollars. I would argue the only base artwork that deserves to be printed maybe is Gengar Mimikyu. God, this artwork is so sick. Honestly, Arita's work on the tag teams like is like the thing that ascends him to like illustrator GOAT to me, honestly. He already has such a deep catalog of incredible artwork, but the tag teams are all just completely insane. RDL, Rocket Strap, Oracle. Oh, ERL. I think we need to come up with, let's see. Yeah, the Lapras, you're not making the cut for sure. POW Hand Extendo. All right, that one can stay there. Oracle, that's a really good trainer card for sure. All right, Oracle. It's nice. It's e-reader, right? It does do the same thing as like many supporters that have been printed lately, though. So like that would be my biggest vote against Oracle, is that it's not a unique effect. Now, which one do we want? Do we want Shaman or do we want the Denny? I feel like they did Tapu Lele GX, so it's going to be Shaman over Dedenne. They just did Tapu Lele GX. Garbodor. I literally am writing a video on Garbodor right now. Garbodor, what a... I know. You're right. They should reprint the gold Garbodor. They should reprint one of these gold cards. All right, which gold card should they reprint, though? Those were in like... because they were in like all these black and white sets. Yeah, they were in black and white. Will they pop up if I do this? Oh, yeah. Here they are. See, they just should have reprinted this Mewtwo. God. 5-band graphics, I'll tell you, sometimes 5-band graphics, sometimes they hit, dude. Sometimes they hit. Sometimes. 5-band graphics has done a lot of goated artwork. Like this one? Is this not just an insanely goated? Yeah, 5-band absolutely cooked with these. They could do shiny Garbodor. Could do shiny Garbodor. Full art Lando? Lando Slando? Full art Yveltal EX? God, that card is so sick. You're right. All right, now you're talking. And they should reprint like a full art supporter instead of a regular. You know what I mean? Like make them freaking cool. Reprint cool art rares that people actually want. You know? I think they should just not reprint. Wait, okay. For a little while, did they have the borders like gold for a little while, and then did they switch it to not being gold? I think I'm just realizing that. Was that like a thing? Like these original ones had gold borders, right? Oh, they switched from yellow to gold. Okay. All right, so the newer ones have gold borders, but the old ones didn't. I see. Yeah, because like by Plasma Blast or Plasma Freeze, they actually had gold borders, and then the gold Ultra Ball. Dude, gold Ultra Loke? Dude, Loki? Gold Ultra Ball? Dude, Loke? Crash the market. Crash it. Crash the market. Hydreigon. Zork. That Zork is pretty tough. They freaking love Garbodor. Just, yeah, do this one. Whatever, dude. Rayquaza, I mean, like, could just be Rayquaza, though. That one would kind of be insane. One of those two, reprinted, would go kind of nuts. Yeah, no Gengar Mimikyu. I'm going to end up with like 30 cards, and I'm going to have to whittle it down for the video. Guardy level X? What is Guardy SW? Secret Wonders? You think they'll do a legend piece as one of them? You think they could? ERL? ERL is so sick. I hope they do like a new legend, though. I want to see them get the artists that did these legends, and then I want them to do new legends. That's one of my... I want them to do a new legend. It would have to be like a promo. They'd like put it in like a promo box, right? It's illustrated by 2 different artists? Holy cow. That's crazy. I feel like that's so much more difficult than doing one artist. Like getting a collaboration. Like that's actually kind of nuts. Getting 2 different artists to collab on a piece like that. Yeah, so anyways, this, one of my favorite cards from this era. I mean, the Entei Raikou Legend. I feel like the execution of this is just so incredible. Everything about this is just amazing. It was competitively viable. This card was good in like 2010. And the card is just epic. Incredible artwork. I love like the blending of the type. They don't do stuff like this anymore for like dual type Pokemon, right? Because it's a dual type Pokemon too. So you got like, it's fire and lightning. It's got 2 weaknesses. The blending of the red and the yellow and the orange just looks really nice. Got to do a prime. All right, let's talk primes. Why does it have to be Yanmega or a Magnezone? You got to think like you're a hog collector, Natalie. You think some hog collector wants... I guess... I shouldn't call him hog collector. You got to think like you're... like you're a piggy walking up to the slop trough. They did almost entirely competitive cards. Yeah, that was 5 years ago. We've got 5 years. I know, that was 5 years ago. That's... Listen, we are in late stage capitalism, all right? Magic the Gathering is doing Ninja Turtle sets, okay? Magic the Gathering is doing Ninja Turtles, okay? And Spider-Man. We got to hog out a little bit, okay? I know what they gave us 5 years ago. I'm telling you, times have changed. Times have changed. The collector market is rabid now, okay? This is your opportunity. The collector market is absolutely rabid. Pick hog slop? No, I'm just saying there needs to be a healthy mix of good cards and hog slop for sure. For sure. I've already got POW hand extension on here. There needs to be a healthy mix. Healthy mix. All right, let's go look at the primes. I'm going to look at the primes. Is prime. Where is prime? Prime. I can do this. That'll help me find it. Is prime. Let's look at all the primes. Mew then. I think Mew Prime would be a really good. I mean, yeah. Is that not just the most beautiful card? Yeah. Mew Prime. That would go crazy for sure. All right. Mew Prime. Bang. All right. Rayquaza or Garbodor? Get Garbodor. They've done too much Garbodor. It's Rayquaza. Okay. Rayquaza. ERL. Shaman. Regular art. That's a competitive card. Shining, you could do like... No, you can't do any like the Gen 1 Pokemon. You can't do like Charizard there. I feel like we did Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur as like the first 3. They've done too many Gardevoirs lately. Too many. What, they did Donphan Prime last time? What if we did Electrode Prime? We should do You know... What about Electrode Prime? Could do Umbreon Prime. It's a nice $300 card. Magnezone Prime. Yan Mega Prime. What, they did Donphan? Yeah, it could be Yan Mega. But the thing is that the card is like, it's like $17. Like, why reprint it? I feel like for the 25th anniversary, they were kind of just like printing a lot of cards, but I feel like now they have an opportunity to print rarer cards. Like, get rarer cards into, like... I just said, yeah, well, you know, I'm kind of making it up as I go, all right? All right, which gold star are we getting? It's got to be a gold star. We need an old gold star and a new gold star. Are we doing 2 gold stars? We could just do an old gold star. Like, they did a new gold star for the 25th. Zygarde gold star. Pikachu gold star would be pretty sick. Gyarados gold star is so sick, though. Gyarados gold star. The card is so beastly. This Mewtwo would be an awesome card to reprint. If they reprint a Delta Species card, that would be a nice one. That's a card I want reprinted for sure. Ooh, this one is a good reprint right here. Yeah, that'd actually get this Mewtwo out of here because this one's actually playable. Like, this would be a good one for the retro heads to get, honestly, because it's like $100 freaking dollars. You know, like this guy's $100, and it's a playable card in retro. That would be a really good one to get. And he's freaking awesome. We don't have any supporters in there yet. Well, we're getting there. The supporters are the most boringest part. The Mewtwo is insanely played. Yeah, the Mewtwo is true. The Mewtwo is also very good, right? Yeah. And the Mewtwo is like more expensive, I think. That Mewtwo is good in RSBK. It's true. It's true. But I feel like we got to pick one. It's hard to say. Probably you pick the Mewtwo. Mewtwo is like kind of more epic. I mean, right? Do I think we'll actually get a Rockets card? No, I don't. We got like a Magma's Groudon. We got Rocket Zapdos. We got Dark Gyarados. We got a lot of Rocket love in the 25th anniversary. And we just had a Team Rocket set. So I really don't think that we're going to get any more Rockets cards, even though I love the Rockets cards, right? We predicting or wishing? I mean, like, it's kind of both, right? But I guess I could wish. I guess we're wishing. All right. Predicting? I'm not trying to predict. I'm trying to wish. That's for sure. Yo, what's up, Shifties Club? Rocket Snorlax. This card is hundreds of dollars. I think this card would be like an insane reprint for sure. but he's not good is the thing. So like for retro though, if you really wanted to like give a nod to the retro, then you would do Rocket Sneasel EX. And Sneasel's my favorite Pokemon. So like I could say that. That's fine. We'll say Rocket Sneasel. Yeah, that card's dope, dude. Yeah, give us a new Rocket Sneasel. That'd be hype. I'm gonna have way more than 10 cards that I want reprinted. Like way more. Like, do they need to reprint? They just did Team Magma's Groudon. Do they need to do Team Aqua's Kyogre? Probably not. Just give us Crystal Charizard, you know? Like, just... All right. Is it Crystal Zard or Crystal Lugia? Or Crystal Ho-Oh? Which one are we going with? We're at the crystals. We got to get a crystal in there. It's not Nidoking. I'm sorry, Peter. It's not Nidoking. He is very cool. This is by far the coolest Nidoking that exists. I'll give you that. Well, you got to leave stuff for like the future reprint sets, right? Oh, then you look at your like list. You think how well-rounded it is. Like, all right, do we have too many Gen 1ers in here? Do we have too many Gen 2s in here? We got a lot of Gen 1s in here, okay? It's, you know, it's because I'm 37 years old, all right? That's why there's a lot of Gen 1ers in here. Charizard would be yet another Gen 1er. Celebi? Lugia? Lugia does give, like, the, you know, give that next gen a little love. So, let's do that. I feel like they just do Charizard everything these days. Give it to freaking Lugia, man. Yeah, give it to Lugia. There's too much Charizard crap out there. I'm not even putting a Charizard on my list. Yeah, it's gonna be Lugia. I'm not putting a Charizard. I'm based in not putting a Charizard on my list. We could do a Mewtwo and a Mew. That's kind of hot, right? Like you get like a Mew Prime and a Mewtwo, Delta Mewtwo, Mew Prime. That's pretty sweet. You get some legendaries here. We got, all right, ERL. We got Lugia. We got Rayquaza. That's Gen 3. Gen 2. What is Latios and Latios? Which generation are they from? I don't know. Gen 4? 4, maybe? Okay, that's a pretty good looking. Starting to get there. No way they don't reprint his art. I don't really care. At this point, I don't really care. I don't want no Charizard, dude. Get the Charizard out of here. You can print a new Charizard, you know? Oh, Gardas says Zard probably, but I don't see that any crystal Pokemon happening. They avoided E-Series and celebrations, removed the E logo on the Japanese version of Classic. Wow. And replaced the entire card template for the English version. Huh. Yo, Arc Collectibles raid? Am I getting a raid from Arc Collectibles? Yo, what's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're making a wish list for our own 30th anniversary celebrations reprints right now. The e-reader might be WotC. It might be WotC. Like they might. Are you telling me they've never done like an e-reader style card since? Wow. Really? Is that a thing? Well, I don't want them to reprint the crystal cards if there's no e-reader involved. That's really interesting. Okay. I didn't know that. Huh. What did they reprint for the Classic Collection? Was it Oracle or something? It wasn't Oracle. It was, what was it? Nurse. Wow. Yeah. Pokemon Nurse. Huh. They removed it. Yeah, they did. They changed the style of it for Classic Collection. That's really interesting. They removed the e-reader. That is good to know. All right, when I today we would have a QR code covering half of the art. That is a really good observation. All right, I like that. That's some heads up baseball right there. That's some heads up thinking. All right, I'm gonna leave that. All right, so we might not be able to get a crystal Pokemon. Yo, what's up, Bark Collectibles? All right, but a shining Pokemon, certainly. The thing about the shining Pokemon is that they are epic, but the artwork doesn't really hold up because they've got this like hollow pattern on them that kind of like mutes the card, right? So I would say that the shining Pokemon whose artwork holds, like the artwork is good, but the way that they executed the hollow pattern back in the day was not as successful as maybe they could have done it in modern day. I think like the best looking ones are probably your Magikarp and Gyarados. So like Shining Gyarados. Well, and if we do Shining Gyarados, then we don't need Gyarados Gold Star. So I'm going to say Shining Gyarados. We're taking Gyarados Gold Star out of there. We're putting Shining Gyarados because it is Shining Magikarp. So give us Shining Gyarados. But will they give Shining Gyarados if they already did Shining Magikarp? Maybe. Maybe. All right, let's think Gold Star then. All right, back to Gold Stars. I think I'm off Gyarados Gold Star. Gyarados Gold Star looked really cool for a second, but I think I'm off and I'm on to something else. All right. Charizard, Mew Gold Star. Mew Gold Star would be another. I mean, why are all the good cards Mews? All right. If it was Mew Gold Star, then we could switch the Prime out to something like Yamega. Espeon Star? No Espeon Star. Listen, I own an Espeon Star PSA 8. I do not want that card reprinted. That is not on my wish list. No. Not on my wish list. Do not reprint. Yeah, Mewstar would be nice. So we could do Mewstar. All right, and then if we do Mewstar also very epic Pokemon. Then we take out Mew Primes, and Mew Prime is gone because we got Mewstar and Delta Mewtwo. I think that's like really epic. If you have like a water Mew and like a fire Mewtwo, like that's really cool, right? And then we've got like Crystal Lugia, which may or may not legally be able to get reprinted. The Shining Pokemon, I'm going to nix the Shining Pokemon. We already got Shining Magikarp. I don't think we'll get another. I think the Rayquaza would be nice, but I'm going to request that they do a gold border with these, right? Because in the newer ones, we did, we want, with gold border. We want that to be gold border, all right? So that's going to be give it a gold border on the Rayquaza. Bang. Yeah, you're going to slightly change history there. Give it a gold border like the newer ones did. Yup. All right. Am I making a list of only 30 cards or only 10 cards? I gotta have more than 10 cards. Maybe it's got to be 30 cards in total. Maybe it'll be 30 cards. Maybe my wish list will be 30 cards. Because we need to have some cards that are for like retro enthusiasts in there too, right? Got to. Yeah, anything from Neo? Yeah, they didn't reprint any e-reader cards last time. It's kind of crazy.
They could reprint this for Alligator. They could give us all, honestly, all of these would be pretty cool. Pichu would be a nice one. This card's kind of expensive. He's kind of spendy. $70. All right, he's probably making the list. Yeah, he's kind of spendy. He's also a Pichu, you know, like kind of iconic. Very good for the WotC formats as well. All right, get that Ultra Ball out of there. We don't need a gold Ultra Ball. We got millions of Ultra Balls, okay? Got a lot of balls. Don't need it. All right, Latios and Latios, Tag Team GX. Do we actually think that they'll give it? Yeah, dude. I'm swinging for the fences. Give us the art rare. Don't even, you know. Tag teams are kind of hype right now. I could see them reprinting a tag team. Give us the art rare, though. Yeah, our e-reader cards in legal limbo. All right, we need a bigger canvas. 10,000. 8,000. There we go. Oh, yeah. Now we're getting there. Now we're getting somewhere. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, you could do, honestly, I mean, they did do Blastoise, Lugia, or Blastoise, Charizard, and Venusaur. It would be kind of sweet to see these three get a reprint. I mean, they're good in like retro formats too. That would be pretty hype, honestly. So that's something to think about. You could get all three of those. Or the Pichu is like another, you know, kind of big card that I would want. What about trainers cards? We're going to have to eventually get to trainers cards. It's true. I'll have to toss them. I got Pow Hand Extendo in there. I definitely want that one. Focus Band with the Kamiya artwork. Send it. This card's annoyingly expensive. $10. That's another Neo era card, though. The true Moonbryon. True Moonbryon. Yeah, Rocket's Tricky Gym. I would feel very seen if they reprinted Rocket's Tricky Gym, that's for sure. The real Moonbryon. OG Moonbryon. Good lord. And reprint with celebration stamp, but also legal for play. Dark Crobat would be a good one. Dark Gengar is so cool. Dark Crobat would be a cool one. It's like a good card in revisionist space Neo history. That's like also kind of prohibitively expensive. $100. They did do light. What they did like a gimmick Pokemon, right? Like a light. They did like a light Toxtricity or something. A legendary collection reverse? That would be cool. That would be cool. You're right. I can't believe they didn't do an e-reader card. And then the only time they've reprinted an e-reader card, they took the e-readerness away from it. They e-readerfied it. I can't believe that. That's crazy. Does that mean that they're not doing e-reader stuff? Are they? Yeah, they might. They might not be doing e-reader stuff. Huh. It's interesting. Pure Aura, dude. Oh, Primal Primal Aura. That's pretty cool. Kabutops got Aura. This Wigglytuff is nuts. Look at that thing, dude. Yeah, that's pretty beast. All right, what are we gonna make our own break Pokemon? I definitely want a break Pokemon. Let's see. Yeah, I want there to be a new break Pokemon. That's one of my gimmicks that's on my wish list. Give us a new break. So first of all, let me see what break Pokemon look like. Yo, Ben Morse, are you here in the chat? How good are you, Ben Morse, at graphic design? You seem pretty good at it. Is graphic design your passion? You're decent. You seem pretty good. All right, which Pokemon do we want to have a break? I do like the podcast art. I think it turned out nice. That's what got me thinking that graphic design might be your passion. Yeah, the podcast art looks nice. All right, which Pokemon should get a new break card? That's something that I'm feeling. Not a reprint of a break. We don't need a break reprint. I don't think. But a new break. Mousehold break would be kind of crazy. I do have to give... I feel like I have to give it to like a more modern Pokemon. Wailord break would be... Wait, maybe it should be Wailord break. Wailord break would be crazy. Toxtricity. They already did light Toxtricity last time. Magikarp break for epic splash format. I know, right? That would be a funny nod for sure. Anyways, Ben, I was thinking, have you ever had the thought, Ben, that you might be able to be good at designing like a tournament overlay? There's actually not that much required for a tournament overlay. It's not that much graphic design. It's really just a little. But stuff like that. It's I don't know. I feel like I need guidance. But the thing is like really it's not. I don't know. Maybe I could just do some. It's like I just it wouldn't be that much. You have had that thought and you could kill it? All right, Ben. Well, I would certainly be interested in hiring you to create our stream overlay, so long as you promise not to break my balls. Okay. I don't know what your rates are, but like, don't break my balls, all right? But I'll definitely hire you to do it. I definitely got like, if you do a really good job with it and like take feedback and do a little iterating on what I tell you, like I got a crisp $100 for you if you could do it. For sure. If you're looking for a little side hustle. So like if you want, you can get started like whenever you want to. Okay, sick. You can get started whenever you want to get started. Yo, what's up, Cash? Thanks for the rated 26. Get started whenever you want to get started. Just like know that like I can't pay you over $100. I got $100 for you. That's what I got. And so like kind of like obviously what the Like, you know what I'm asking this now because, like, I want to, you know, what do I want to be included? See, this is all stuff we got to talk about. All right. Well, I got OBS open right now, so like let's just hop over here. All right. I mean, I guess I'm on freaking OBS. All right, we're gonna be back to our regularly scheduled content here in just a second. This is just really something I've been meaning to talk to Ben about, and he's here, so you know. All right, new tournament overlay. All right, so this is kind of like where I was at. Hello. All right, but pretend I'm like, you know, like a. You know, like a table or something, right? And then what I want, basically, there needs to be room for like the card on this side, right? There needs to be room for like a card. I think that there needs to be, yeah, like the square. I'd say like this is more or less right here. This is kind of like the general gist of it. Not that everything needs to be where it is, but like I do need there to be a space for like names. Okay, I need there to be a space that like will have the full grip games. I would like this space. I would like there to be a space where you have the round. I would like there to be a space where you have the time. Ideally, I would like there to be a space where if they're playing a best of 3, I could put like player 1 wins, player 2 wins, you know, something like that. I need to have space for like the sponsors, right? So like a Dragon Shield logo, no prize markers, because that's another piece that I would have to run on the overlay, and I already could barely keep up with it. So no prize markers. And then also think about, I want the overlay to be easily flexible for when I'm running standard, gym leader challenge, and when I'm doing the 6Ks, right? So like, so, you know, don't build the gym leader challenge logo into it, but have it like, it would be cool if there was a place where like, you know, I could have the gym leader challenge logo, or, you know, say let perfect order is coming up, right? The perfect order, right? And then like if I could pop, you know, the perfect order logo like over top of where the, you know, the gym leader challenge logo is or whatever, that would be dope, right? So like, let me show you an example. Yeah, if I could take like the perfect order logo, right? If there was like a space where I could denote like what, you know, the gist of the tournament was, right? So like if I could have like a space where it was either the Gym Leader Challenge logo or the Perfect Order logo, or like maybe a League Cup logo or something like that, right? And yeah, so I'm just saying some sort of space on the overlay where that makes sense. And then basically I need the text to like look good, right? And you can use whatever font makes sense. Full Grip Games uses the Lemon Milk font. Lemon Milk. So, yeah, there you go. That's the Full Grip Games is Lemon Milk font, just in case you're curious. But yeah, I got to have Full Grip on there somewhere. And it doesn't have to, like, the Full Grip logo doesn't have to be, like, front and center right here. It could be, like, off. I could have, like, the actual Full Grip Games logo off to the side somewhere. Kind of like what I had with the, kind of like what I had here, you know? It could be something like this. That could be fine too. So, yeah, just something like that. I just need the text to look good. And the thing is making text look good is not easy to do. It really sucks. So, and I'm really bad at it. So, I know toggleable layer. Yes. I know, but like I'm just saying, like graphic design wise, it's not hard for me to run the overlay. Won't the text mostly be OBS objects? Yes, but Ben, you need to design the text. Tell me what fonts to use and stuff like that. So like, and where they would go, right? So check this out. So like, yes, all this is going to be OBS, but like, look, I can customize all that. So if I go to like the new tournament overlay, right, and say like, I pull up like the round 5, right? So like that's like these are all text layers. I could pull up the round, right? And then I can change it to whatever kind of font I want here. I could change the color of it as well, right? I can completely customize the color and font of like that round 5 text. So like here, if I select the font, I could make it Funky Dream, right? And I could make it, say I wanted to make it, like yellow. Not yellow, red. Okay, I could make it like red. Look, there's a red and blue blend. Okay, I could make it just like red though. See. So like you have to help me design that. I can customize all of it. Yes, those are text layers. That's a text layer on my OBS. Yes. See, I can customize that completely. You see what I'm saying? But so like, I need you to make the design in Photoshop or whatever, and then have all the layers obviously be removable. Like, and then at the end of the project, you would send me a PSD with everything that you designed, with all the different artifacts and objects, like movable, right? And then you deliver me the PSD file at the end of all of it, so that then I can basically dissect it and import it into OBS. Does that make sense? Because I can export all the different artifacts that you create in the PSD. Like, say you create like a little, like, say you create like a little, like this yellow thing, for instance. Like this is like a separate object that I have here. You see what I'm saying? So like, all the different little like nodes and modules that you create, like I can export as a PNG file and then put into OBS so that I can like adjust and move them around very slightly if I need to. Does that make sense? Do I have any particular designs or inspiration styles that I have in mind? Nah, just like have it look dope, Like it shouldn't detract too much from like the gameplay. Like that was something that I was kind of critical of like my old overlay, is that it didn't is that I think it took away from the game a little bit. So like when you're designing it, like have the, obviously superimpose the table in there so you can kind of see like what would it feel like to watch this, right? And that's the thing about graphic design. It doesn't need to be like over the top to like look good and professional. Like it just needs to be done right. It needs to look nice, right? So, and that's the thing, is I'm just not a graphic designer. So like stupid crap, like getting this like full grip games and like in this to like look good and not like crap, like that's just hard. it's freaking hard. So that's where you come in. You just make it look better. Inspiration, just have some fun with it. I like the different kind of artifacts and designs you did with your podcast. I think that stuff like all looks cool. I like your style generally. I think like the kind of style that you do for things, it's a little lighthearted, it's a little goofy, it's a little like, early 2000s indie vibe. Like that's kind of your thing. Like that's cool. You can certainly put your own heart and soul into it. Like put your own vibe on it, like whatever. If it's good, it's good. I'll use it. Like, don't make it look stupid, but yeah, I trust you. I'll tell you what I tell my tattoo artist. I trust you. Just do your thing. Yeah, you're the artist. I'm hiring you to do it. Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing. There's a reason. The reason I'm not doing it is because, I'm not the graphic designer. You are. So do your thing. Exactly. And if I hate it, then we'll just tweak. We'll iterate on it. Exactly. All right, Beast. Thank you guys for letting me chat with Ben about that. I've been meaning to do that, and just like this was just honestly with me having like the stuff right here. This was just honestly the easiest time to do that. This is the best way to be able to do that by a lot. So. Anyways, that's why I figured that stuff is interesting. That's why I like having, like, I do my little, like, I like doing little things like that while I'm live, because I feel like it's kind of interesting for people, to like get a little peek behind the curtain, right? To kind of see about the process, yeah. Because all that stuff needs done. I mean, it's hard, right? Like, as far as like tournament production goes, and I know I've never hired somebody to actually work on the overlay. I've always just done it myself, and I feel like as far as my own graphic abilities go, I've kind of done what I'm capable of, and I know exactly what I'm capable of. And I think I am capable of making something very fine, right? But I feel like in order to have something custom and cool, I'd have to like start hiring other people. And that's the thing, is like Ben, good friend of mine, he does awesome work. I've seen the kind of stuff that he could do lately, and if he's up to the task, I would love to see what he could cook, right? Because at least that gives me like a different idea of like directions that we could go with it, right? Thank you, little crack munchkin, for the sub in the 78 months. Appreciate that. Thank you. Hopefully you're doing well. Let's go. All right, so we're working on our list. All right, we wanted a break. Which Pokemon should get a break? Who's going to get the break? Diancie? I'm looking for like a little bit of, yeah, Diancie is actually a good pick. Diancie's kind of cool. Mamoswine break. That's cool. Sudowoodo break. That's cool. Huh. All right, let me see. Pokedex. All right, Pokedex. No, not that. Not the official Pokemon one. That one sucks. All right, yeah, here we go. Who else would look good in gold? Baxcalibur. Yeah, we got to go past Gen 1, Gen 2. I already got a lot of Gen 1, Gen 2 stuff in there, all right? So it's got to be somebody newer than, and probably not even Gen 3. We got to give the Diamond and Pearl, how many generations are there? We got to give some of those people some love. You could do like a Garchomp, but they already did a Garchomp in the last celebrations. We honestly don't need another Garchomp. Electivire break. Now we're low-key cooking? I feel like Electivire would look amazing as a break. Do you guys feel me on that? Melmetal break? I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. Not Premiere Pro, Photoshop. All right. Yeah, so say you got him, right? And then how do we make him gold? You got to filter. We could put a photo filter on him, I guess. Not that. That's blending options. They keep changing stuff. There you go. Oh yeah, photo filter. Yeah, we could put a That's not right. It needs to be more yellow. That's not right. we're kind of getting there. A gradient map? I don't know what a gradient map is. I feel like he's almost there. All right, hold on. What if we duplicate the layer? All right, what if we throw one more on there? All right, yeah, throw one more on there. Yeah, throw. Yeah. We're cooking now, dude. There you go. Something like that. Look at him. He's gold. Layer style gradient map? All right. Fine. I'll try that. Seems like a better idea than what you guys are doing. And then what I'm doing. Layer. What is it? It's not under blending options? Gradient overlay? Yeah, see? We could do it like that. And then make it like... That's not it. That's not it for sure. Oh, what if we did? What if you like changed the blending options though? Like, what if you changed the kind of way that it like? I feel like we're like getting closer. New adjustment layer. Gradient map. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. All right. Whoa. That's crazy. Okay, so I feel like all right. What if we did like you know, we pretty much have to do that. And then took it here. And then like did that. Is that doing what I'm thinking it's gonna do? Select inverse and then yeah. Oh no. Yeah, there you go. Oh, you have to set the black darkest color to black. Oh, okay, got it. Do I got it? Anyways, it's not that serious. I'm just trying to like figure out how to trying to figure out how to make my dude like, you know, look gold basically. He just needs to look kind of gold for the mock-up. Anyways, okay. We could do this. We could do this later. We could figure that out. Anyways, Electivire gold. We need it for the video though. So like that's something that has to occur. Okay. And then we need all right. Who's our lightning break Pokemon? Is it just Raichu? Is it the only one? No, there's also Luxray. All right, Raichu seems like the best target though. All right, so we're gonna take that. You guys ready to make a new custom? It's gonna be sick. Bang. Oh yeah. Yeah, gradient mask. Yeah, I've never really done anything like that. And that's the thing is that, I mean, I've been using Photoshop since I was in high school, but like everything's always like, I've never used it like really professionally. It's always, everything's on just like everything's on like a, you know, I've always just been messing around basis. So see, can you AI me out a it's gonna look like crap. I'm just better off just whiting this out for sure. Sometimes I like to see what AI, what do you got, Photoshop? Hey yo. All right, that's pretty beast. That's, I mean, it looks like crap, of course, but this is a mock-up, so nobody really cares. All right, and then we take Mr. Electivire. Yes. Oh, yeah. Do you see the vision now? Electivire, I think Electivire would make a really good break. Yeah. He just needs to be turned into gold. Yeah, this will kind of work for the intent of the project. I mean, it just needs to be quick and dirty so that I just need a visual to put up, you know. I know that's what everybody says about AI. Like, listen, I'm not trying to hire. Listen, I'm not trying to hire an artist. Okay, I just need something visual to. I just need something to put on, you know, the intro to the Olympics. That's all. I just need something real quick. You know, I just need some slop to put up there real quick while everybody watches the Olympics. I just need some slop to put on. I just need some slop for people to look at while I'm spending millions of dollars on a Super Bowl advertisement. That's all. It's all we need. I just need a little bit of slop to put on the screen. Just real quick and dirty while everybody's watching the Super Bowl. That's all I need, dude. All I need. Just give me a little bit of slop. Honestly, it's so gross. All the I just absolutely loathe it. All the AI stuff. It sucks. It feels like the death of art, honestly. You're like, art used to mean something. But, I mean, art still does mean something, but corporations used to have to pay artists. and now that, yeah, artists are way back to being poor, so that's fine. Thanks for working with ours. Of course. I've always loved, to me, because I'm a creative person. Like, I'm a creative person. In some ways, I consider myself an artist. I think so, even though I'm not, like, you know, not really a visual artist, but I am an artist in some ways. But I very much am aware of my own creative limitations. So, like, I really enjoy the process. I really enjoy the process of hiring artists to using it as a tool like I did is the valid use. That's what I think. Like, I think using AI like this is fine because this is like for my own creative endeavors. Like, it's just like a little bit of a mock-up. Like, this seems fine, right? Like, this to me is like using it as like a little bit of a tool for my own creative endeavors, not on like $1 million Super Bowl ad, okay? You know. But I also am very aware of like my own creative limitations as far as like being able to create stuff. So like that's why I hire Sephra to do thumbnails. Like I just hired Ben to create the stream overlay for me. And you know, Sephra does some amazing thumbnails. If you weren't here earlier, check this one out. The the video is gonna be my love letter to Garbodor. Coming soon. Yes, Tony, that's correct. Assisting artist, not replacing, is correct, right? But then I see the AI stuff that is being used in like video games, and like the thing is that as far as I'm concerned, AI should not show up in any of the final product at all. Like if you're making something, and even like in the creative brainstorming process, it shouldn't really be part of that either, because like you shouldn't be like, I don't know, because AI doesn't really create anything new. It just steals other people's stuff, right? So but yeah, I don't know. I think like gaming studios laying off artists because of gaming studios laying off artists and stuff like that. It all seems very dystopian. We live in very troubling times, folks. It's been keeping me up at night. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. Things are jacked, dude. Things are jacked. I know we show up here, get a little escape from that, and I plan on providing that. But yeah, it sucks right now. Things are scuffed, dude. Absolutely scuffed. But yeah, the AI stuff, I hate it. It's so gross. I mean, like, dude, I saw that, like an AI video is extremely gross. Anybody who is using like AI for video production, it's so gross. Like, please don't. Oh my God, it's so disgusting. Like that Electivire break. That the Olympics thing that I saw. Really disturbing. Wait, they evolved from Electivire. That's right. A break Pokemon actually evolves from Electivire, not. Yeah, that'd be sick. That'd be sick. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know. I have to imagine that there will be like a big backlash, right, against all of this. It feels like it's very much being forced on, like culture and society and stuff, like all the AI slop. You have to, like, I think the ultimate cope is that there will be some sort of like eventual reckoning and backlash against it, right? I don't know. Do you guys think that that's like, do you think that that's like cope, or do you think that that's like real? Do you think that there will eventually be some, oh, what have I done here? You think there will eventually be some reckoning with the slopification of society? Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, no, I think you're right. People are so passive about every other disaster plaguing society. AI seems pretty low on the totem pole. Yeah, no, I I feel you there. Right? It's like the world is literally going to absolute disaster. So like, it's it's really disturbing. Whatever, it's close enough. Whippy! All right, there he is. You get the idea of what I'm going for here. This is my Electivire break. You like it? Yeah, tough to care about the mere death of art while demons are literally running the world. I know. Yes. That I yeah, I can't agree more. I know. It's rough. It's rough out here. Every day it's like rough day to wake up on planet Earth. There we go. Electivire break, dude. Next to his ear says Raichu break. Nah, it's fine. It's a sketch. It's a sketch. It's a sketch. All right, Electivire break. I mean, I have to imagine that. I mean, slop stuff. It's slop, right? And I have to imagine that people crave authenticity after a certain point. It's like if you tried to eat McDonald's every single day, you might be like, "Oh, this McDonald's is so sick," you know. But eventually, you're gonna get sick of it, right? And then you'll have like a healthy meal, and you're gonna be like, "Dang, dude, this healthy meal is like so sick." And I think that that's what it's gonna be like, actually, communicating with other human beings instead of like AI slop. Is that like you might people, the world's gonna get slopified, but then I think the people will really crave and seek out authenticity, right? Um, oh, a move? Yeah, he needs to have a move. Listen, I'm not here to make up the moves for Electivire break. I just want there to be one. People are fine consuming garbage. Yeah, they are fine. People are fine consuming garbage. And then maybe it just ends up being like, I mean, how sad of an existence is that? It's like all the great stuff that's ever been made is just like stuff that was made a long time ago. All the great art, all the great creative endeavors, all the good stuff is stuff that there. And the thing about it is that artists persist. I mean, until there is no more humanity, there will be artists. There will be artists that are challenging the status quo and challenging what's popular, right? There will be artists out there. There's a reason they call them starving artists. They're not always the most successful, okay? And they're not always making money, and they're not always getting like blockbuster deals with big corporations or whatever. But art will continue to persist and challenge the norm. So like, even if it's not the stuff that's being consumed by the masses, art will persist 100%. Yeah, so like that's fine. Art has always persisted and will always persist. Doesn't matter, you know. Real art will. So it's certainly troubling, as you know, people in creative industries and stuff are being sidelined. And I mean, basically it ultimately the AIification of everything just makes me not want to consume anything. And I personally, that's how I feel. So like, if stuff that is more slopified, I want to avoid like the plague. That's just how I feel. So the more embedded with the slop crap, the less interested in it I am. I will just not consume any of it. Like, I refuse. So that's just me. Yeah. So like, at a certain point, you know, I seek out the artists and the creative people that I trust and enjoy, and I consume that content, right? And I think that eventually that reckoning has to come. I think there's going to be an AI bubble that bursts eventually, right? Because there's like too much money being pushed into it, and companies are trying so hard to like force it down people's throats. Like, at this point, it almost like can't live up to the expectation that it has. I don't think. And that's just, especially in the creative fields. I mean, I don't know. Do people really think that there's a reality where like nobody actually talks to anybody anymore, and you just like chat GPT everything to each other? Like, that's stupid. You're literally like, there's it's stupid. We have brains, you know? Like, this is one of the coolest things about being a human is not like is being able to use it. Yeah. It's like one of the coolest things about being human is using your freaking brain. And I understand that there are like monotonous tasks that can be shortened by AI, but like creative stuff is not a monotonous task to be shortened by AI. Sure, like it's not. So that, yeah, it doesn't belong in any creative field at all. Yeah, I think that there are ways that it can help, obviously. But even if you look at, if we were to look at like the grand spectrum of like technological advancement in the human race, where do you guys, all right, chat, where do you guys think the sweet spot was? Or is, if you think that we're not there yet, where do you think was like the perfect intersection of like humanity with technology? What era, what years, what level of tech? I argue that it's behind us, for sure. And that like people are not actually happier now. And that technology has far surpassed the making your life easier point of existence. And I firmly believe that now we are at the point where nothing is easier, expectations are higher, and sick billionaires are trying to extract every ounce of attention span and information from you that they can with technology, and we live in this absolutely sick, corrupt, like post-capitalistic society that is like super dystopian now, right? But I think like somewhere in there was like a really cool spot where like things weren't that bad yet. Yeah, somewhere in there. I think my argument is that it was like the 90s. Yeah. Like probably like the 80s or 90s, somewhere in there. Maybe early internet. Like my gut reaction is 90s. Well, cuz like, and you look at like the creative work coming out of the 90s and like movies and stuff, like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, like especially as far as like art and culture and movies go, like did the techniques, the passion that was being poured into projects like that, right? YouTube started in like 2005, so like you could make the argument that like early internet, like slightly more developed internet, like 2005 to 2010, 2015 or so. I think like smartphones don't need to exist. It's kind of like where I'm at with it. I think smartphones probably, like if you look at like the net impact on like the world and my life, like was life better pre-smartphone? I think so. I think so. I think I can confidently say that like things were better. Texting was sick. No need to be on the internet on your phone, but like texting is good. Yeah, like texting, that's great. Being able to communicate with people through this little device in your pocket, fantastic, right? So maybe it was like, maybe it was like early, maybe it was like mid, like 2005, 2006, somewhere in there. Now it's, I mean, at a certain point, I have to be grateful that, I'm allowed to make a living doing whatever I want on the internet. I mean, I'm extremely grateful for that. This kind of existence that I have right now certainly was not possible in 2005. So I'm grateful for that. But then also, like, I don't know. Yeah, it was great when the internet was relegated to a room in your house. That's for sure, right? That's for sure. Every once in a while, I'll just delete all the social media from my phone because I like it to feel that way again. Like if I want to be on the internet, I need to be at a computer. If I want to be on social media, I need to be at a computer. Yeah, but the thing is like and I think like the sickness of it all is that like technology is supposed to like help make your life easier, but it really just raises expectations, right? It doesn't actually make your life easier. It raises expectation. It doesn't give you more time to like do the things that you love and care. It just speeds it just like everything just speeds up, right? Yeah, Shannon, genuine feelings, large language model, generative AI robs you of the very experience of being human. I agree. I think one time ever I booted up ChatGPT on stream maybe 3 years ago and tried to talk to it about Pokemon cards as like a joke, but like I don't even know how you use ChatGPT. I think like one time I had chat try to help me out. I tried to see if it could build a deck. that was like what I wanted, because it was like I thought it was funny, but now it's like it just seems sick. Yeah, it seems sick. It's just to me it just seems like a huge, plagiarizing machine is kind of what it seems like. Congrats on having a job that's not threatened by LLMs. I know. I don't have the luxury of simply not engaging with them. That's so sad. Yeah. And I know a lot of people are living that and dealing with it. And like and that's one of the reasons why I don't like them. I have not heard like any good stuff about it except from like JW. JW's like, "Oh yeah, bro, I don't even have to know how to code anymore. It's sick." JW is like, "Yeah, bro, I spent like $20,000 on a coding boot camp, and now I don't even have to know how to code anymore." It's like, I just tell the machine what to code for me. If that's not, dude, it's like, I mean, yeah, that might be getting you by. That might be getting you by like this week, but like soon you're going to have nothing. They're not going to need you. Like, you are going to be gone, bro. Yeah, now devs just lead a team of AI agents, then just check your work. Yeah, so it at a certain point, it feels like, I mean, you could look at like the golden age of like rock and roll, right? It was probably like 60s and the 70s. And you have like golden ages of different kinds of art forms. And part of me wonders is like, is the golden age of movies and video games behind us, right? I feel like the golden age of movies and video games is behind us. Now, that doesn't mean you won't still get some great movies and some great video games. Just like saying there is still great rock music being made. There is. But not like it was before, There's still great rock music. There's still a lot of really good rock music. But you have to like dig and look for it, right? It's not like you're hearing it on the radio. Don't I think it's like us complaining about the invention of cars when horses were the main transportation? I do have a problem with our mode of transportation in this country. I don't know. I think that we should have more, more trains and stuff like that. I think there should be better. Yeah, I do think that our transportation should be better. But like, no, I don't think it's just complaining, because cars didn't like attack creativity, right? They're just like AI is like, we don't consume cars. People consume content that is being automatically generated and rehashed from everything that's already been created. It's like, it's literally everything that's like kind of the problem with society is like, you look at movies, you're like, you're just rehashing old stuff. And literally now people are using language models that just rehash old stuff. It's like, that has nothing to do with like cars are just cars are just a technological advancement that helped us to travel better. This is very different than AI language models. As we work on a rehash for the celebration set 5 years ago. Well, all Pokemon cards is rehashing, all right? Listen, I'm trying to put some remix spins on this one, all right? That's why we're getting the nice arts. Yeah, transportation is infrastructure. It's like apples to oranges. Yeah. Cars took a lot of jobs from the horse industry. Well, I don't think that cars are like a bad thing. I just I've traveled around to other countries and I have envied their infrastructures more than our own. Honestly, the United States feels archaic with its infrastructure. It does. Like once you've been to like Japan and the UK, London, like France, dude, it just feels Germany. It just feels archaic. It feels archaic what we got going on. It feels very archaic. Everywhere else, I feel like everywhere else things are like, wow, I can't like this stuff just works like this. Like that's crazy. Like whoa, this is all just so easy. This is so nuts. I know we're too physically large and sparse for Euro transportation infrastructure. I saw somewhere. All right, well, think about like China. I saw that China has like high-speed rails that travel between their largest cities. I think that the fact that the United States doesn't have high-speed rail, I think, is absolutely insane. That's crazy. We should have high-speed rail, right? I think that's like I know that like we can't replicate other countries one-to-one because we're too big and spread out, but we should have high-speed rail. Yeah. For sure. Well, this is coming along nicely. All right, anyways, let's talk Pokemon cards. Oh yeah, I wanted to add my Electivire break to the sheet. Yeah, reprint high speed rail. That's true. Yeah, look at that Electivire break. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, he's gonna be dope for sure. All right, what else we got? Surely some trainers. You know, there's not like that many trainers. Just look up trainer. Only 48 pages of trainers? Not that many. You don't think we're ever getting high-speed rail? That's crazy. Surely, eventually we'll get high-speed rail. Eventually, right? Yeah, reprint super energy removal. Reprint super energy removal. What do you think? Super energy removal? It's kind of hot. Could be nice. Kind of a dope card. Iconic. All right, we don't need any of these. We got a Team Rocket. We got a Team Rocket card last time. Elm's a good card. It's the first supporter. Kind of like the first support. I'm interested in trainers more like in the slightly newer. Talking about Versus Seeker. They could just reprint Versus Seeker someday, though, you know, and they might. So, that to me, reprinting Versus Seeker would be like reprinting Rare Candy. It's like they're just gonna, like, one day they're just gonna reprint Versus Seeker. Okay, one of these days, they're gonna do it. Now, I think should probably have slightly less explosive abilities. Junk Arm reprint. Quacker says, I'd hate to think about how y'all's rail system would be monopolized, though. Oh, yeah, well, evil billionaires own everything in the United States, just the way it is. And then, obviously, one day, all that money is going to trickle down one day. You just wait. you just wait. They're going to, out of the kindness of their hearts, they're going to spread it around one day, all right? Yeah, they're going to spread it around, for sure. One of these days, okay? One of these days. It's so true. It's so true. Out of the kindness of their hearts. See, like Jeff Bezos gives you a Prime sub on Twitch, okay? Out of the kindness of his heart, you can give that Prime sub to your favorite streamer every month. Reprint escape rope. Reprint Warp Point. Time Space Distortion. Now that's a cool card. Yeah. That card is dope. And it's got legendaries on it. Cool. The coolness factor is popping off with that one. Yes, in case it wasn't clear, I was being extremely facetious there, folks. Okay? I just want to make sure that was abundantly clear. Broken Time Space. Broken Time Space, kind of sweet. I guess they did just print the Force of Vitality, though, so maybe they won't rehash that. Alf Lithograph. That's a cool card. There's another one? I've never seen this one. Well, that's because this one is not very good. I've only seen this one. Look at all of your face down prize cards. I love how you have to read the unknowns. There's 4 of them. Shuffle your deck. That card is hilariously bad. And look at your opponent's hand. That is hysterical. Wow. Beach. Gotta be Beach. Full Art N. Full Art N would be awesome. Iconic card right there. And don't even give us the regular N. Give us Full Art N, dude. The first full art. Honestly, and they should. The first ever full art supporter. They should. That's what I'm saying. First ever full art supporter. Full Art N, that's like a shoe-in, actually. I could see them cooking that up right now. Yeah, Full Art N. It's the first ever full art supporter. Why not? How could you argue against it? Full Art Gets This? That's cool. All right. Give us a full art float stone. A gold float stone. Gold float stone, chatters. A gold float stone. Give us a secret rare float stone. Give us a secret rare laser. Dude, laser bank, dude. Laser bank. Yeah. Laser bank. Iconic. Classic lasers. Classic. Verbank. Classic. You're kind of getting the plasma in there. That's a lot of cards from... God, the plasma cards were good. Can you do laser without Verbank? I think you could do laser without Verbank. All right. No Verbank, but laser, though. Just laser. It's got the plasma, stuff on it. Yeah. That's hype. Yeah. Plasma. All right. Hypnotoxic laser and floatstone. Those are like definitely ones that we want. Broken time space. Don't need broken time space. The Kamiya focus band. Are we actually going to... Yeah. The Pichu. We don't need these. Yeah, let's thin out the Alf lithograph. That's a cool card. We'll keep that. Focus band and Pichu. Those are nice. Super energy removal. You don't want to remind people of... You don't want to remind people of that, You don't actually want to go there. Now things are starting to look a little... Yeah, POW hand extension, though. You do want to remind people of that. Tropical Beach. Oh, yeah. Full Art N. Oh, yeah. Our Mewtwo and our Mew. Entei and Raikou Legend. Yup. Our tag team. Rayquaza with a gold border. Put a gold border on it. All right. That's a pretty nice looking list. I'm at 24 cards. Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be more like a 30 card list. That or I'll have to, pick 10 of these for the video. Something like that. We've trimmed this down, though. Pretty good. Colress, that was a good card. Town map. First ticket. They should reprint. Yo, reprint first ticket. Before you flip to decide who goes first, you can play this card. Don't flip that coin. Do I think they'll ever change the back of English cards? Yeah, I wish they would, but I don't think they will. Like, I wish that they would. Maybe eventually I could see them doing it like during a major milestone. It would have to be like the 50th anniversary. Like, I feel like they'd have to announce it like it would have to come with like some other kind of major junction in the Pokemon TCG. And the problem is now, like, dude, they care so much about, like, TPCI cares so much about you not using Japanese cards because they have a different back in your deck. They care so much about that. But the problem is that because they say that, like, oh, well, not everybody's sleeves are opaque, so it's going to create marked cards. So, like, they care so much about that But like you could just use opaque sleeves. Just require people who are competing in tournaments to use opaque sleeves for a little while. That's all that, and it's not that big of a deal. I know the Pokeball's not being opened correctly on English card backs. I know, never has been. I know, might never be. So. Lysander's trump card. Yo, they could do Lysander's trump card just for the head ringer. It's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool card. All right, they should create a new hyper gear. A new Team Flare gear. Okay. It's going to be new. It's going to be like something else. You like put it on your opponent's Pokemon EX, right? It would just have to be a Pokemon lowercase EX. Yeah. And it would be like, this Pokemon can't use abilities? That's pretty cool. Yeah. Save me, AI. Save me. Save me from having to use my Photoshop skills, AI, please. That'll do. Can't use abilities. See, Pokemon, this card is attached to. Can't. See, we already have extra energy to attack. We already have less damage from attack. Yeah, has no abilities. That would be cool. Yeah. I don't even think this card would be like playable. But yeah, the card would like not be good. And let's see, we're gonna do like a a muzzle. Save me, AI. Save me. Yeah, and it's going to be like a nose ringer. Yeah, it's going to look like that. Conceptually, you get where I'm going with this.
All right. Yeah, you get it. Don't save it to the Creative Cloud. No, I wanna save it to my computer. Like God intended. All right. The nose ringer. Desktop. There you go. Oh yeah, that's pretty beast. Dang, the Tricky Gym custom cards go kind of crazy. I feel like this is a pretty good collection of cards. All right, anything else we missed? Any other types of cards or anything like that that like we should definitely have on here? I feel like I didn't get anything really from the Diamond and Pearl era as far as Pokemon goes, but like, who cares, dude? All right, a level X. Do we have to have a level X? We already did Lux Chomp. Uxie level X is kind of cool. It's a good card. If you do Uxie level X, well, we already got them represented on the time-space distortion. Come on, Ux. Isn't one of these guys good in like Palkia good or something? Garbodor level X. Yeah, you might as well just do Gardy. Dustnor? Oh yeah. Dustnor, that card's got infinite text on it. You could just do Gardy. Yeah, I think Natalie was saying Gardy level X. Yeah, that makes sense. Put Gardy level X in there. All right. I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good. All right, folks. I got to give myself at least a handful of hours to edit this YouTube video today because I'm trying to get it out by Valentine's Day. So I'm getting out of here. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me while I mess around, talk about Pokemon cards today. It was a lot of fun. I'm going to be back with Gym Leader Challenge League Night tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to tune in to that. And I'll be streaming Friday morning during the day as well. So y'all take it easy. Have a great one. I'll be back tomorrow night for GLC League Night and Friday morning during the day as well.